folks, and welcome along to day 46 of Parcel Simulator. So today we've got a pretty clear warehouse, so I think the things we could do probably is just, before we get the belts running, is think about just adding these in here. They seem to work, so just double these up as I've mentioned last time. That should then kind of help alleviate any bottleneck down at the end here. So we'll just stick in the six, yeah, it's going to be 6 to total in here. But then that also got me thinking that I've missed a bit of a trick here. So at the moment we've got this line coming in here, and then we've got another 4 lines coming in here, and we try and merge them together. That takes up a lot of floor space. Right. I mean, we do have to have these lines, right? Let's not try and pretend. But why did I do that? You know, I could have just brought this up here and put it in nice and neatly along the side here and joined it in there. We should have, you know, a bit less, a bit fewer of, you know, this kind of random bridges coming over. It also got me thinking that I've probably not placed this the best way possible, because I've got all this space here, right, that could just be used some other way. So I think what I will do is, because I've got, this doesn't need to start here, so if I move these all over one, then that would leave space for the approval, the automatically approved line from this side to come further up here, and you know, this could still come in straight. Then we could have that auto approved line come along in here and in just after this point, which would then mean we could be a bit tighter with this coming round, and it could actually come in through here. I'm confidently stating that will actually work. Yeah, because at the moment we've got this coming in and hugging tight in here, but if it could come off a bit and then in, then this could come along and do something similar, and it'd be here, which means you could just bring that down. That could even, you know, potentially come in right at this point here and give us a bit more room just to add in 2 or 3 more racks of shelving just here. So yeah, there's that. Or instead of coming out the way completely, keep these one away and just change the orientation of all this, because this, again, this doesn't need to be here, right? Alright, well, what we'll do, hang on, let's not go about this too also around tip. Let's first things first, get everything purchased. So we need 6 of everything that I like to build my stuff with. That's worked out perfectly, isn't it? Where did I hide the pallets? I put them up here because I discovered last time that if you run into the inbound bays, you can basically double your output. You can only do it on one bay. You can't do it on two. You need to be superhuman to be doing that, but somebody will show me otherwise, I'm sure of it. But there we go. I don't know that I'd like to spend an entire 8-hour shift running about completely like a headless chicken. Get that up there. Go on to that in a second. God, if I've stuck myself in here. I have. Going to upgrade everything as you go along this time, or I'm going to try to remember to do that. I think the last time we built this out, I missed a couple of bits. Offloader, onloader. And rack. And then depending on what I decide to do with all of this over here, I'll just use these. They're not going to go to waste, that's for sure. And give these to the, as the splitter, so anything that's coming along here, some will get split down here, some will come along, some will get split down here, and some will come along. So I mean, the end, technically, I guess, will handle more parcels than anything else, but should be fine. Just sent that across the warehouse. And all the rest goes in here. myself if I do that. I'm going to put that other one on the other side. Yeah, because yeah, that's okay. So I'm okay with just having this everything back here being paused. So this can still stick to plan. I can rotate that up in every second. Okay, that's them. Which means, yeah, I could use these here to come down here, and that way it's just a case of making minimal changes and then sort of slowly edge things over. Essentially defunct this line. Do I move the position of that? So just further up, actually, and leave myself there's got to be a way that I can come up here and use this space more and actually have this, put this line here 2 over, which means I'm only actually moving this furthest away line. That would then give space for this to come up all on its own, and this one to come from much further up, and the only thing I need to then do in terms of alterations, rather than moving everything over one space, It's just changed the sequencing here. Seems like a lot less work. And if there's anything I like, it's doing less work for the same result. Let's get sort underway. So yeah, in the game today, let's get our bills paid. We are only accepting rail and road parcels. So those two are off, which is fine. So also thinking, you know, this is all coming in here, and the way that I got these set up is I have a space in between the sticker sorting machine and the weight machine. But that doesn't exist everywhere else in the warehouse, right? So again, coming back to the move everything over one line. I need to think about this, because what that could potentially mean is, rather than having the road parcels coming all the way down, right the way through the warehouse, right the way along, round up and over and out there, I can use this one over here. And I know it handles both parcels, but I could just use it exclusively for road. So that's a possibility. So I think once I've got that kind of figured out, I will break out the paint. But what I might do just now actually is I kind of like more paint for now, because I find that the grey kind of burns my retina a wee bit. So each pail comes with 10 doses of paint, I think it is. 6 uses. Let's get 4 of them. See how we get on. We can always get more. Yeah, talking about the light background, I use dark mode in my PC, but I was actually watching a channel last night, Crosswords, Salmonella Crosswords, because that's just how I roll, and they switched from dark mode to light mode without any warning. My my retina will burn. Yeah, I 100% underestimated the amount of paint I will need. Oh, already this is looking slick. So for let's just get it. We can always just bin them if we don't need any more. Again. Sensible about this, bring it with us rather than running back and forth in the warehouse. I know it's not a library, but you can't run in the warehouse, safety rules. Trip and fall. You can fill out a form. Reported to the government as well. Got oversight and oh. Somebody would have something to say about it. In the UK we would have health and safety. Somebody would come around with a clipboard. You're not supposed to be doing that. That feels a lot more calming. What bind have I put myself in this time? Well, that was lucky. So if anybody needed the answer to the question, how many pails of paint do I need to buy to paint every wall in the warehouse the same colour? The answer to that question is 11 with a little bit spare to go over. Yeah, you can't paint the roof. Have I missed anything? So 11 for the main walls, right? But you can also paint the inside of the base, right, if you really wanted. So you could, you could paint this green, for example, or depending on what colorway we go with. So at the moment I've got blue here, but blue I'm going to use for incoming lines because that makes more sense to me. Probably need to have thought a bit better about the color, but yeah, you could paint the interior of the outbound base with the colorway of choice if you wanted. So yeah, so absolutely no snags whatsoever here. Seems to have worked an absolute treat. So yes, I could space here. Right here at this point. Because I do want to have this come down here. I don't want to have to move every single one of these conveyors over one at a time. If I can just stick something straight down here, but that gets in my way. Just super annoying. Yeah. Someone's gonna have to shift somewhere, but what and where? I'll have a little think about that. Have any bends. I want to have the minimal amount of bends possible. Most of this line here will be staying, you know, if we move everything over to this, mostly stay here and just be flipped around, because we'll have the auto proof from this end coming up. There's only 2 of these. Would they get really that snarled up if this just came around here, went through its little thing, joined on there? You know, to get rid of pretty much all of that. Then you just have 3 kind of merge points. 1, 2, 3. There's 6 lines. Well, something to think about anyway. Right. There we go, that's our 768. Not quite like our Wednesday. Wednesday seems to be quite a good day for throughput, I think, probably because we've got 4 days worth of air parcels. You think that the rail parcels building up over the weekend would actually be the biggest day, but tomorrow is day 47 in the game, so I'm sure we'll find out very, very soon. not mess about today. But still, I will think about the idea of having these coming up here and just joining straight onto this line, but I'm not going to build anything out today. Let's just get a run underway. But yeah, you see, this is coming in, this is all taking up space when we could have it, say, coming up, joining in here, another one in there, and then that would leave space up here. Possibility of bringing something, essentially having this as the road line, road parcels, and having them come out here. Would just be moving the sticker checkers forward one, creating, moving all of this over one, then give us a channel. So all of this would come down one. We could just come along here, in, scoot round, and in there. I wouldn't do it with, like, I would do two. So this is about kind of efficiencies and what have you. And obviously it's supposed to be the idea here, but they're all merging anyways, might as well merge them up here where there is the possibility of putting in some racks to actually handle some of the volume. So, yeah, so I'll click that to get these going. As well. What we've got in the way of sharpened colours probably help us determine things a bit better. Yellow, green, blue. So in red we have it for the declines, right? Blue is just going to be default, right? So, likes of incoming lines and those within the sort lines. Blue should be for C. No, blue's not C. This sort of purple pinky for air. Black for rail. This is just shelves, right? So for the shelves. Blue for the sea. Or should it be blue sky? parcels, which would then leave us, so basically the opposite of what we've done here. And this is where the limiting bit comes in. You don't have like enough white paint for the... You definitely wouldn't want to have white paint on your warehouse belt. I'm pretty sure this orange and this gold colour are essentially the same. So that kind of leaves us these options here. And I'm pretty sure these two are broadly the same. I'll have a little play about with that offline. See what it looks like. Yeah, these really aren't going that fast that we couldn't have that kind of make its way up here, join on there. Or maybe you could leave it there. Have this over to approval line 1 come up here, and then the sorted parcels come along and blend in here, which would then remove all of this kind of ducking and diving, wheeling and dealing, and then basically have from here just need some lines across the warehouse. Bottlenecking, which is good. Running a full tilt, probably a bit of overkill. If I really wanted, turn that off, store them up over the weekend. Give us some additional numbers for Monday. They're declined parcels anyway, they're going back to sender. It's not as if they're going out to clients, to customers, sorry. I'm going to be sat there wondering why their Amazon thing hasn't arrived. The nanosecond it started the time band that they were given. Parcel said it'd be here between 5 PM and 7 PM. It's 5:01. Why hasn't it arrived? Can I imagine? Some plants for new spots like this. Make it look a little bit prettier. Yeah, this does seem like a big waste of floor space just for that. And I really don't want to, just for the purpose, I mean, I barely use up here. Just for the purpose of having a extra inch of space. I'll dismantle this and just see if I can think of something a little bit better, but I definitely think there's improvement there. I'm sure I've got this into a tighter spot before. Actually, could have that over there. That could just come out one. We should think of the space for that. Anyway, I think that's us for the day. I think everything's gone through. Oh, a little bit there. Oh, we'll wait for that to go through. Let's switch this off. So if we could have that coming down, that means I don't need to move these middle three. Most of this last one could stay. The only thing we're really changing the order of is what this cargo type diverts to. It's a lot easier. Anyway, let's go and see how we did, and we'll call it a day at that. Good little day for us. We've got 750,000. We've got a bit of a plan that we're going to do for next time. Thanks very much for watching. And yeah, why not leave me a subscribe and a like and drop a comment. Let me know your thoughts, any ideas, and yeah, we'll see you next time. Have a great day. Cheers.